What is up, everybody? I am Mega Short Fuse, and again doing a post-game commentary, which is actually topical with the gameplay, sort of. What you're witnessing now is the latter part of a Battlefield 3 match I had while recording Tdard Saturday for this week, and this is what I'm here to talk to you about. What exactly is Tdard Saturday? Now, let's start from the beginning, shall we? I get most of my gaming news from a website called GamesRadar.com. Wonderful place. Sort of. It is. It's wonderful. At least to me it is. And that website has a podcast called Talk Radar. And it is quite funny. It is one of the best podcasts I listen to. You know, it's a great gaming podcast. And they used to do this thing called Tdard Saturday, which, from the title, is, as you can guess, and from the title slide that I put in, is Talk Radar's Community Gaming Nights. Now that the forums, as of now, the Games Radar forums are getting nuked, and they're about to be gone. But, and at the time when I registered in those forums, it was kind of waning, but there was still some inkling of a community left, and it was very tight-knit. And I immediately jumped into Tdard Saturday, met a lot of very cool people, and that's basically the story. I got into Tdard Saturday, played for about months, well, 2 months I think, before I got the idea to start doing a two best friends style video series where I document our experiences in Tdard Saturday. And what it basically entitled was, we would, you know, gather around the PlayStation campfire and play on Saturday evenings for me, and for them it's random because we're all over the goddamn world. Ugh. Can't talk. Sorry. Had a lot of coke. I'm energetic. And not cocaine. Coke. Keep that in mind. Anyway, so we just play whatever, and now it's mostly Battlefield 3, which I apologize for thoroughly, but what you gonna do? It's a great game. And what I basically do is distill a couple of hours into something under 10 minutes, a clip. And I try and do my best in editing, and it's as much as an attempt to entertain you guys as it is a very, very useful lesson in editing for me. So what it started out off basically was short fire comedy clips. I would call them comedy clips because it was the best of that current week, and it still is, although I try to work in more editing into the thing. And I think it's one of my best series, if not the best, because, well, one, there's a lot more work that goes into it, and two, I have a I have a good creative drive to keep making those. But I'm basically doing this for the people who don't watch it, who I just want to sort of put it into the limelight, you know, tell people, please go watch it, regular audience. I promise that it is really, really amazing of a series. Not to brag, of course. I think I still have a lot more to do as an editor, but I think the result now is quite satisfactory. And if you like Two Best Friends Play, which is Machinima's, I would call it flagship series, I don't know, for me it is, you'll like this. I think you'll like this. So, shameless self-plug over. I can't talk about the gameplay because I haven't cut it down yet. But, this is basically, from what I recall, how to play a tank driver effectively. I've noticed that, I'm just gonna keep this real quick because I know it's not my shtick to talk about the gameplay, but I really want to start doing more Battlefield clips, you know, alongside Need for Speed and all that. So, what I want you to take away from these final moments of this awesome tank match is that you're not there to core kills. You're there to be a presence. Many people mistake the tank for a vehicle that is how should I put this? It's the ultimate weapon of destruction on the battlefield, and it's indestructible. That is a wrong perception. The tank is a support vehicle in my mind first, and a slayer second. What you need to do with a tank is the following. You need to have an engineer with you. His skill level may vary, but he should at least know how to hold the joystick the right side up. And you need him constantly supporting you. Now, what I mean by that is focus and be optimal with what you do. And but what I mean by that is notice, for example, where your gun is pointing and fill your role accordingly. If the main cannon is pointed towards a choke point, don't try and core kills from the tank driver. Try and focus on side areas. You're there to make sure the tank stays alive and to make sure that the tank is a scary thing to the enemy. The tank needs to be a horrifying sight to the enemy if you want it to be a successful tank driver. So, what I did here was I posted up at the choke point of, I think it was A. So we posted up at A, and I think my friends did a very decent job at covering the side routes. And I know I killed a lot of people, as my score I think was, it was good. I can't recall what it was, but it was quite a decent of a score. And that's not the point. That shouldn't happen every game. You know, if you're a decent tank driver, you might rack up some kills, but your main job is suppression and to be maneuverable. That's the thing. Many people try to be, well, how should I put this? Artillery? Artillery is sort of a roundabout way to call it. They try to be suppressive, you know, to suppress the enemy. That's what I'm trying to say. But they neglect to keep their tank in shape. And what I mean by that is if you get shot, pull back, determine when you're getting shot from, or bait the enemy, even better. I wouldn't recommend doing this, but... And I have jacked a couple of tanks like this where the driver leaves to try and kill you. Don't do that. Don't do that unless absolutely necessary. Or better yet, make sure there's two people. If the tank absolutely is going to go, make sure there are two people in the tank so you can just basically exit out and flank around. When he dies, you get the guy, or you can set charges to the tank and jihad it to hell. But yeah, I think that kind of long-winded. What I want to take away from this video, please go watch Tdard Saturday. It's very funny, I assure you. The link to the playlist will be in the description, because we are bordering on our 10th episode, 10th regular. There's a lot more than 10 videos now, I think. Not a lot more, but yeah. Tdard Saturday is an enjoyable series. You don't have to... Oh, that's what I wanted to say. You don't need to be familiar with the previous episodes to watch to watch the next one. Sorry, stutter. Every episode is an entity unto itself. You can enjoy it as is. You don't even need to be familiar with me or the guys participating. I try to keep it funny contextually, not long in the longevity of it. So yeah, it's an entity unto itself. Go watch it. It's awesome. That last saying was redundant because I've said it about 15 times. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.